Mostly reputed as the land of the famous Afocom, one of the most outstanding pieces of art in history, with more of a spiritual than simply a social meaning. We are in the Com Palace. Com is amongst the several key fondoms in the northwest province of Cameroon. Amongst the others you can count So, Bafut and Bali. And Com is administratively known as Boyo Division, with its headquarters in Fondom, some 72 kilometers from Bamenda town. This documentary series presents life around the Com Palace, the routine life around the palace. The manual processing of corn is still practiced towards the preparation of the staple food in the kingdom, which is corn fufu. The three hands, as known in the Com culture, consist of a wine, which is the child, a fojina or food, the nyamgwing, which is otherwise known as progress. The fond of Com, like most other fonds in the grass-field areas of Cameroon, have several wives, some of whom he inherits and others that he marries. The role of an intermediary or middle person is very significant as far as communication with members of the public is concerned. It equally constitutes part and parcel of the traditional diplomacy that is practiced within the kingdom. The Com calendar has 8 days. We visited the palace on a Tukujam, which is one of the days on which the fond receives his people as well as the numerous guests that stream into the Com palace. Everyone in the Com kingdom is known to be out in the hunting ground, and coming back to the palace always is referred to as going back home. And returning home means bringing home your catch. No one is refused food here, and the palace is home to many, very many people, all the time. Within the customs of the Com people, whenever the fond rises and regains his seat, the people usually give him a standing ovation as a sign of their respect and royalty. served in traditional bowls and dishes is a major delicacy. And this is heavily consumed here as much as in the rest of the kingdom. The Fondom has a private secretary, and the fund equally has the Chisundos, the Chintos, as well as other subjects who are at his service. The Com tradition, like many other traditions today, is continuously faced with its growing challenges and constraints. In the course of this documentary series, we looked at the minds of several people within the Com Fondom.
Here in the palace, I have opted to serve the palace as the private secretary. And as the private secretary, I come here every day to see that are there correspondences that have come in. When I read them to the phone, he will be able to know whether he know exactly what he will instruct me to write to respond. There are people that come here maybe just to rejoice with the phone, and the phone is somebody that always comes out to sit, and then he sit and talk with his subjects. And then
tradition was made for man and not man made for tradition. And what you understand that tradition evolves. As tradition evolves, you will realize that there are certain aspects of culture that have been revived. But tradition cannot be completely abandoned. Because if you abandon tradition, it seems that if you have abandoned your ancestors. There are certain aspects that have been revived in relation to tradition. But following the present day, there are some novelists who have tried to turn tradition, but they have failed. And tradition must be maintained because for us to abandon tradition, it means we have abandoned our culture. And culture is what identifies everybody. As a Fondom is the highest body in the Fondom that settles disputes when these disputes are above the village level. And everybody respect this highest level of tradition. If I'm here today, it's the day that all the Chisundos have to meet to discuss disputes that are plaguing the Fondom. And once these disputes are settled peacefully, then there's peace in the Fondom. If I'm here today, it's our day that we meet. People from all clans of they come here today in Chisundo to discuss and settle problems peacefully that are plaguing the village. And when they come together, they discuss and come up with decisions on how these problems can be settled.
The palace, to me, is the traditional seat of the Com tribe. The palace today has some kind of changes. From the way you can see the palace from this end to the other end, there are some innovations. From this end to the other end, you can see a number of people moving along the palace, which testifies that the activities of the palace are enormous. I think from the day I was elected as a councillor, There have been so many changes, and up to now the changes are still going on. You can see the Ngeh house, you can see the palace renovation, you can see the rest house, and those changes are enormous. And I am expecting that maybe at the time I'll be leaving this position, the palace must have reached somewhere.
I think in the past the princes were there. They were just enjoying. But today we are trying to bring the cultural aspect into a visible form. You might have heard of the Fondom. It is a hidden culture. It is a hidden work of art made by Fondom. And it is not visible to the women, and it comes out only once in a Fond's lifetime. Now we are trying to build a structure just here, where even the women and the men who are not supposed to see will see, like in other cultures. That is one of the aspects that we are trying to bring up in Com culture. I visited Fondom Museum, and that speared me and gave me the energy, gave me the urge to make such a thing in Com, so that foreigners can come to Com and also pay in something which will help to develop the palace. And not only the palace, but actually developing Com culture and making the foreigners to know Com culture. My vision is very positive. People say Com shall not improve. But I don't say that Com shall improve, but I'm saying that Com is improving. You can even see at the moment, you see in the Ngeh, which is the principal hall, you see the rest house. Now you see the Fondom building coming up very shortly. In fact, the residence is already there. In fact, many aspects of Com, especially the palace, are growing. Many people want to say, I am the one to do it. That's the constraint. But we are determined that it must come up.